Hello everyone. In this video, we will explain about subject-verb agreement. But before we start the video, let us introduce ourselves. We are from group 15. The first one is Zurita Alifah with last student number 2043. The second, Zidan Azril Muhammad with last student number 2045. The third one is Zalfa Mahia Zada with last student number 2048. And the last one, Zahwa Aulia Putri Santika with last student number 21 and 36.
We will move on to the concept of subject-verb agreement. What is subject-verb agreement? Subject-verb agreement is a grammatical rule that states that the form of verb must agree with a subject of the sentence in the sentence, both in terms of number, either singular or plural, and the person, the first, second, and third person. For simply, if the subject of the sentence is a singular, then the verb must be singular. And if the subject of the sentence is plural, then the verb must be plural.
Example number 1. Two of the most common characteristics of a hardworking individual, blah blah blah, consistency and perseverance. Option A are, B is, C are being, D will be. And the explanation about this question is the number 1 is a type of a question related to the use of plural subject, which is marked by the phrase two of the most common characteristics of an individual. This question can be very misleading because some people think that the word individual is the subject of the sentence. The word individual is indeed a word that refers to one object, but the word is part of the prepositional phrase of a hard-working individual. And it is not the subject of the sentence. The subject, two of the most common characteristics of a hard-working individual, can be interpreted as two of some of the characteristics of a hard worker, which means that the subject of the sentence is a plural plural noun, because there are two. The correct answer for the example question above is option A. Option C and D are incorrect because general facts should be explained with simple present tense, not simple future tense or present continuous tense. Option B is also incorrect because it does not correspond to the subject of the sentence, which is plural. The sentence is written in full as follows: the two most common characteristics of a hard worker are consistency and perseverance. Maybe some people are wondering why the subject of the sentence above is not a hardworking individual, but instead the word behind it. Keep in mind that the subject of a sentence is usually located before the prepositional phrase, and the subject determinants is the type of verb in the sentence.
Example number 2. Due to habitat loss, some rare species face serious threat of extinction and only few of them. Choose the correct answer. Question number 2 also confront us with prepositional phrase. The phrase few of them itself means some of many, which means we know that the verbs follow it must be a verb that agrees with the plural subject. We know that option C and D are not the right answers because the incomplete sentence require verbs, not adjective survival or noun survivor. Option A is also not quite right because survivors is not a verb that agrees with the singular subject. The correct answer for the example question above is option B. In full, the sentence should be written as follows: due to habitat loss, some rare species face serious threat of extinction and only few of them survive.
Next, mathematics are a compulsory subject that students have to learn at school. Number 3 is one of the questions that cannot be explained with a formula, but can be easily memorized. The grammatical error in the sentence can be found in option A because the subject of the sentence is the singular noun mathematics. You may be wondering why the word mathematics is included in the singular noun category, while there is an S inflection at the end of the word. Keep in mind that not all words ending in S are plural nouns. There are some exceptions to the rules for some cases. Words related to knowledge such as mathematics, physics, economics, linguistics, politics are included in the singular noun category even though there is an S inflection at the end of the word. So, the correct answer is mathematics is a compulsory subject that students have to learn at school.
To the last question. In this question, we have the grammatical error of the sentence. First, we must read the sentence. The sentence is more than half our population lives in some of the most populous country on earth. Jadi di mana letak kesalahan pada sentence di atas? Kita ingat penjelasan sebelumnya, yaitu jika sebuah subject is a singular, the verb must be singular. And then if the subject is plural, the verb must be plural. Pada kalimat di atas, kita harus menemukan sebuah subjeknya terlebih dahulu. Jadi di mana letak subjek pada kalimat di atas? Letak subjek pada kalimat di atas ada pada kalimat half our population. Half our population is plural nouns. Remember, person is countable noun. Countable is sebuah nouns yang bisa dihitung jumlahnya per person. Jadi kita juga harus menemukan sebuah verb yang berupa plural nouns tadi atau jamak. Di mana letak verb pada kalimat di atas? Letak verb pada kalimat di atas berada pada kata lives, yaitu hidup. Namun pada kata lives merupakan sebuah singular verb. Itu tandanya bahwa kata lives merupakan kata yang salah atau incorrect grammatically. Jadi kesalahan grammatical error ada pada kata lives. Jadi kesalahan grammatical pada kalimat di atas ada pada kata lives yang seharusnya live, bentuk plural verb karena sebuah subjeknya merupakan plural. Jadi kalimat yang benar adalah more than half a world population live in some of the most populous country on earth.
Thank you for watching this video until the end. Hopefully today's material on subject-verb agreement is useful and can be applied in your use of English. Don't hesitate to repeat this video. See you!